My name is Sudie Madison, and I have Tourette Syndrome. Tourette's is a neurological disorder which causes me to make movements and jerk my body around, and also to make sounds. My vocal tic is it's like a bark, and I can't completely control it. There is limited amount of control. The urge is completely involuntary. When I feel the urge to tick, that I can't make go away at all. But whether or not I choose to actually twitch or tick is a little bit up to me, but not by much. To hold it in is like torturous. The one thing I can sort of relate it to is it's like having an itch that you can't scratch. That's what it's like to hold back your tics. It's worse, and it's very, very difficult to live with. Most people who have Tourette syndrome almost always have two other disorders as well. Obsessive compulsive disorder and attention deficit disorder, or ADHD. And I happen to have all three. So it's like a triad. Tourette's, OCD, and ADD or ADHD. But I have found some silver linings to having my disorder, and I've done some interesting things with it as well. Okay.
The hardest part about having a mom with Tourette's is usually when I'm in like stores and stuff. She'll sometimes do her tics or Tourette's and stuff, and then people will turn around and they don't really know what she's doing, so sometimes it's kind of embarrassing a little bit. So I think that's kind of the hardest part. And another hard part is sometimes she'll be talking, or no, I'll be talking, and then she won't like pick up what I was saying because she was ticking or something like that, and I'll have to like repeat myself. Oh, this is my sign for Ariana Grande, where I got closer to the stage because my mom snuck us in to a different area closer.
I'm so cool.
And then on the other side of it, we did all of her songs. Like most of the songs that are like, that people hear around. Pretty much all of them.
What's that one?
We got
Hey baby, even though I hate ya, I really love ya, I want you.
That song is called Problem. Stop singing. It's right here. Problem. She's kind of crazy, and she's funny, and she's sometimes weird. She'll just do weird things, like weird dances, and she'll say really weird things. And she's funny by like making jokes and stuff, and I guess sometimes her tics, she can make jokes about that too, so sometimes she's funny that way.
Okay. No. Come here. I love my job.
Came home from work, and Sudie's been with her kids all day long, and she is kind of a nanny, and also she's also kind of like family. We don't have any family nearby, and we've become extremely close to Sudie, and we definitely feel that she is a lot like family because she loves our children, and it's been a great opportunity actually to have her as our nanny because she needs the money, because she needs a job, and it's actually a really, really good job for somebody who's creative to be home with kids all day. So I feel really secure knowing that she's the one spending time with my children, and that they're getting this creative energy and loving energy from her all day. And so we've come home, and yeah, it seems like she didn't blow the place up, so I'm pretty happy about that.
She is like a child in a lot of ways, and it really does help our kids to have another child in our house. I think they take care of them.
I'm not gonna lie, I wish I had someone to sort of just take care of me to a certain degree. And there's a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame that comes with that. you know, with feeling like you can't cut it. Feeling like you can't cut it in this society because your disorder isn't really recognized as one that's can truly be debilitating and functional just enough that it could go unnoticed to a certain degree. So I'm sort of, it's sort of like the middle class. I'm in the middle class of the disorders. You know, it's like you get screwed in both directions. Middle class disorder. That's what it feels like. From what I've heard from my neurologist, a lot of people that have Tourette's and associated disorders become addicted to something. So I fell into that category, certainly, and I guess I drank pretty steadily and fairly heavily for almost 10 years. It gave me something to really look forward to at the end of the day, of a hard day of work and parenting and ticking all day, you know, 1,000 times a day. It sort of turned against me, you know. My body didn't handle it as well anymore. I started to get hangovers, like really bad hangovers, and you know, almost every day I would feel kind of sick, and I knew that something was wrong. I knew for years that I had become a slave to alcohol, and I felt like I couldn't get through a day without drinking, and I felt so guilty for a long time. But I couldn't stop. But there came a point and I had to make a decision. Am I going to keep on going like this and live as a drunk? Or am I going to stop and give myself a chance at, you know, having a life, living it out to the fullest potential? And so I finally made that decision, and I'm going to have a year next month, and it's really hard because I really want to drink. Even right now, today, I could go for a few drinks.
Philadelphia's alternative. Radio 104.5.
As difficult as it is to live with Tourette's, I have in my recent past attempted and succeeded at turning my challenge into an opportunity. When I was finishing my senior year at college, I was a painting major, and I decided that the painting, which is, it was too stagnant. I wanted to move my body. Now, of course, I couldn't all of a sudden become a dancer overnight. That wasn't gonna happen. But I just wanted to do something different. So for my thesis project, I flipped everything. I decided to pick a video camera, and I made short videos of me ticking. I was just sort of having fun with my tics in a way. And I was explaining how they're almost like a dance, you know, because I have to do them in a certain sequence and combination. From there, my mentor, he had this really wild idea. He said, you know, what if you took these movements and you taught them to trained dancers, and you actually ended up making a dance. I loved the idea, and I ran with it, with his blessing, of course. And I ended up hiring about, 6 dancers, and teaching them all about Tourette's, and choreographing a dance piece with their help, and we put on a show. And I named our company Band of Artists. We went on performing and rehearsing on and off for about 4 years. You know, what a way to to almost, acknowledge, revere, and celebrate what makes each of us different. And that's what I was attempting to do with Band of Artists. I was trying to put my disorder out there to educate people and simultaneously inspire them. Band of Artists was one of the best things I've ever done with my life. Because it wasn't just about me. There was a bigger perspective, a bigger picture. The idea of reaching out to all these to the lives of other people who also suffer from a multitude of different disabilities. Right now, I'm not really sure what my future is going to look like entirely. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not knowing where I'm going to be in 5 years. I feel like I'm starting to actually get better. And I don't mean that my Tourette's are going away, but my thinking is changing, my heart is changing. And I'm gaining new perspectives every day that I stay sober. Every day as I journey down this new path, with God. And for years, feeling very trapped within these disorders and addictions, and feeling betrayed by my body. But today I have a new sort of courage. And I never thought in a million years that I would have this feeling of serenity inside of me, where I would feel like I can just take a breath and rest.